We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go, we're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go. Hi everybody, I'm Sophie, he's Mike, and she's Brenda, and welcome to On the Road with Mickey. If you're returning for another adventure with us, welcome back. We are so glad you have returned safely. And if this is your first episode with us and you're new here, welcome. It's so nice to meet you, and I'm going to show you the reins today. First up, we have our Cheddar from the Big Cheese, which is basically our Disney news snippets. And then after that, we have our feature topic, which is what we talk about for most of the episode. And then after that, we have our This Day in Disney History, brought to you by me. And after that is our game of Who's Who, and that is brought to you by Mike, my dad. Oh, fair warning, I'm almost never wrong when it comes to this game. I almost always win it. And then after that, Brenda will be giving us a quote from the big man himself, Walt Disney, and it's just going to be amazing. So buckle up, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the car at all times. Make sure you're safe, fasten your seatbelts, all that good stuff, and we will see you on the road. It's time to get going. Let's go!
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and she's Sophie.
And she's Brenda.
Hi, everyone.
And he's Grogu. And we're on the road with Mickey. This is episode 101 for December 2021. And our feature topic this week is Christmas at Disney.
Yes.
I think that you can't go wrong talking about Disney and talking about Christmas. And I think the two go hand in hand. And so this is going to be a fun topic, I think.
Yay.
I do have an update from last week, though.
Oh, cool.
Oh?
Yeah, we were talking about how the magic of the technology allows Brenda to be down in Texas and us up in North Carolina, and how we can still have our podcast and record and everything like that. And I said it is about 900 to 1,000 miles from our house to Brenda's house. Well, I did a directional map, and it turns out it is 1,204 miles from our house to your house, Brenda.
That's
So
too
we're
far.
we're definitely getting that SUV when we go to visit Miss Brenda,
You
right,
mean
Daddy?
the RV? Yeah, it definitely would be an RV rental.
Yay.
Okay.
That would be fun.
And it told me if we were to drive, it told me that it would be like almost 18 hours of driving without stopping.
Oh, wow. That's
And
longer than it takes to get to Disney World from here.
yeah, or we could just hop on a plane, it said, and
That
pay a lot of
sounds great.
money.
You could hop on a plane.
So anyway,
Yeah.
that's my little minuscule no one cares but Mike, Brenda, and Sophie update from last week.
Yay.
Hey, tons of people care. That's 3 whole people out of the population that care.
That's
There you
right.
go. That's
Yay.
right. All right. Grogu cares too.
Yeah.
So 4. Um,
Of course.
and now let's move on to Cheddar from the Big Cheese. The 14th, Tuesday night, the 14th. A sight that you don't see very often. The Reedy Creek Fire Department vehicles had to go down Main Street, USA to put out a small fire at Cinderella Castle. No one was injured. I read somewhere that it was an electrical fire and it was only required like a fire extinguisher to get it put out. So no real harm or anything like that. But that would have been a sight to see
For sure.
real,
Yeah.
like not like the Disney, horse-drawn fire wagon, but like real fire trucks and whatnot going down Main Street. That would have been something to see.
It would have been. It was. Yeah, it would
Absolutely,
have
it
been a
would have
worry.
been.
And I'm so glad that no one was injured and there
Yeah.
isn't much to worry about. But yeah, it was interesting to hear about it for sure.
Oh
So
my goodness. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right
Wow.
then.
Well,
Brenda,
I'm glad
you're
nobody
up.
was injured. Well, the
Yeah.
Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival is returning in 2022. Set to begin March 2nd, 2022, the event will run through July 4th, 2022. Yay! I
Yeah.
just love
Woo!
all those topiaries and all those. Oh my God, it looks so great out there. I
It's
love the little fairy garden and it's just awesome.
mhm. It,
Butterfly exhibit. It's so great.
the butterfly exhibit. Sophie, didn't you go into that
I
last year
did.
or this
Yes,
year?
I
Um,
did.
and the um the event next year starts on Mommy's birthday.
And more
Fantastic.
specifically, it will be going on during my 21st birthday.
Would
Oh,
you
it will.
stop getting older? Stop it.
Believe me, I want to stop, but unfortunately, I cannot.
Oh,
Help me
wow.
stop. Find an eternal youth potion, and then I won't get older.
That's
You're
just so sad. She's going to be 21. Oh my God. You were so tiny when I met you.
yeah.
Daddy, don't tell her what you have planned for that birthday.
Uh-oh.
I don't have anything planned right now.
What? You said you wanted to take me to Jelly Rolls.
I do.
So that's a plan.
Oh, okay. That's true. I guess that is.
It's a wish anyway.
Well, Sophie, let's move on
Yes.
from birthdays for right now. And
Yeah,
let's
you're
talk
right.
about our buddy Lee.
Absolutely. We have a friend, and he has been a guest on this podcast, and his name is Lee. He's from Disneylandia, and he's getting ready to celebrate the 1000th post of his site. Congratulations, and in honor of the 1000th post, he has a question for all of us to answer, and that question is, how has a toy or collectible impacted you and what you do as a content creator today?
Yeah, that's a big question.
That is a big
And
question.
and I want all of us to think about it and give an answer. And if you like, I can go first.
Yes, please.
By all means, Daddy.
Okay. Well, I don't have a specific toy that I think has impacted me as much, but I do have a couple things that I consider collectibles for me. And one is the pin collection that I have. I don't do as much with it right now, but it was a really cool way for you and I, Sophie, to get involved and to deal um, with meeting new people and meeting people who wanted to trade pins, you know, whether they were cast members or other people we just met that had cool pins and were up to trading, you know. So it kind of was a way for us to really enhance that Disney community that we talked about a couple episodes back. But the other
You're
thing that
right.
I have and it's threadbare, and I really love it. And it was a gift to me from mommy. And it was for our first Christmas. And it is a 1928 suede Mickey Mouse jacket.
Wow.
I
And she
remember that.
she bought that for me. And the funny story is she bought it and I didn't know she bought it. And she gave me the bag to carry with it in there. And I didn't know it was in there. And I carried it all day while we were shopping and put it in the car and never knew it was that was what it was. And she gives it to me for Christmas. And I open it, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And she says, you remember when we went shopping with your sister and your nieces? And yeah, and your mom was there. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, I bought it then, and you carried it around all day and never even knew it was there. It was that is so
Chivalry.
me. That
Yay.
is so
Oh my
me, right?
gosh.
I love it. I love it.
But
That
I
is
love that
priceless.
jacket, and I can't wear it anymore. And it's got some. I wore it so much that the pockets have ripped some inside and things like
Oh,
that. So, but it is absolutely one of my big time memorable things that I absolutely treasure. So,
Nice.
and those sorts of things I have um I have used and talked about on my blog. So that helped there, and now it's helping on our podcast and everything like that. And it does it in different ways. They give you that that connection back to what your content is.
you're right.
So I
Cool.
spoke too long probably, but anyway,
Very cool.
I
Brandon, you
think it
want
was
to go
just
next,
long
or
enough.
Sophie, you want to go next?
Well, I mean, who's gonna tell Grogu? Who's gonna tell Grogu that he's a toy?
You
Not
are.
me.
Yeah, Grogu is a toy. And honestly, out of all the other things that I can think of that I bought at Disney, besides clothes, I don't think many of them have gotten nearly as much of an impact as I wanted them to get. Well, I mean, besides FA9. FA9 always, he has a soft spot in my heart, but even he stays in his bag most of the time, which is sad, but I don't have the time to, well, get him out.
Hmm?
But Grogu has been involved every single week since I got him because he's a member of this podcast.
Hmm?
And think about it. How many times have I made you say, and he's Grogu, and
Yeah.
then make
Mm-hmm.
him wave a little bit with my thumb?
So cute.
It's beyond what I can count, and I'm sure it's beyond what you can count. I don't even remember when we started doing it.
We started 1 trillion high Grogus ago. That's how many times I've said it. I keep a list. It's in my office here on my desk.
You're right. You're right.
Oh my gosh, that's
But
great.
yeah, you're absolutely right, Sophie.
Yeah, he's a
And
huge part.
Yeah.
he is huge. And I mean, it's open connections to other people back to the community. It all comes back to Disney community. you know and
Yep.
Grogu is part of the community, Billy is a part of the community, and they're
Yeah.
friends, and they're going to stay friends forever. And you know so it's just really cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Now what about you, Brenda?
Well, I mean, I have an awful lot of stuff. Um,
Mm.
my office is full of stuff. I mean, I have pins, I have snow globes, I have a lot of collections. But I would say, let's see, a collectible impacted what you do as a content creator. Um, aside from all my things on my shelves and stuff, there's only one that I keep literally here at my desk at all times,
Uh-huh.
and that is this. It's the partners.
Oh, it's the partner statue.
Yes, and it's the only one of my collectibles of any kind that is always on my desk. So I would say just having Walt here on my desk is very um, contributes a lot to content creation.
Yeah.
Also, the only other couple things I can think is I have an anyone can cook book that's just a journal, a thick journal that you write in. And then I have one that's the Beauty and the Beast one. It looks like a stained glass window book.
Uh-huh.
And I actually write my posts in those, and they kind of keep me, it just helps it kind of helps to write in those journal. I always get I'm a journal fanatic. I have so many journals, it's ridiculous. But I think that writing in those helps me.
Yeah.
So that's the only things I can think of that actually helps me with content creation.
Nice. That's
you know,
awesome.
looking at
though,
him
Brenda.
helps me with everything. So
Yeah.
you know, he and
Yeah.
Mickey are, I mean, just really.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. And you're absolutely right. And that's why, you know, for Christmas, Sophie last year gave me, let me move my microphone.
Yeah,
She
you
gave
gotta move
me
your mic.
my sweater, and it's a Mickey
Nice.
sweater, and he has a little pom pom
I love
on
it.
his hat,
That is
you
so
know,
cute.
and it's just, you know, like you say, Mickey and Walt go hand in hand, and they help with everything, you know. But
Oh,
but you're absolutely right, Brenda. And I mean, your affinity for planning everything
Everything.
is what helps you with your travel agency, but it also helps you with your website, brendaplans.com. You
Yep.
know, and that goes beyond just planning people's trips.
Yeah, and
So
I haven't been writing lately. I need to get back into it. That's one of my 22 things. So, you know, there's always
yeah.
something, right?
yeah, there is. But anyway,
All
Lee,
right.
we are so excited for you.
Congratulations,
We are
Lee.
so happy and absolutely blown away. I get an email, Brenda. Every day I get an email and it's a new post on Disneylandia. And I'm
That
like,
is just,
dude,
I
I'm
need to
like,
sign up.
I'm like, Lee, can you cut it out?
I need
I'm
to get
just
me
kidding, buddy.
a
I'm
Lee
just kidding.
Beaton's sign up for all the posts.
Yeah.
And congratulations, Lee. That is so awesome. It couldn't happen to a better guy.
Yeah. We are so
1,000th. Wow, that's
bored, and
awesome.
we are
That is
honored that you
devotion and
asked us.
dedication.
And we're honored that you asked us to contribute in answering your question.
Yes,
So,
thank you so much.
all right. Well, that wraps up our cheddar from the big cheese. It is time to move on to our
Moving
feature
on
topic,
Bum ba da ba.
Christmas at Disney.
Yeah.
I
And a partridge in a pear tree.
tree. I have a list of things that I have just kind of been writing down, jotting down so I don't forget. Um, and I've got things that we could talk about in-park activities, resort activities, activities outside of Disney, and even activities that are at home. Because Christmas at Disney could also mean taking your Disney Christmas home to your house.
Yeah. Like
So,
ears.
like ears, exactly. So,
Yeah.
so anyway, you know, I just thought we'd go over some of them, you know, and whoever wants to go first, I've been talking a bit, so why don't someone go and pick one of these off of the list and talk about what it means for you.
All right. I'll go first then, because even though I said last week that I was wanting to go on a Disney Christmas movie marathon, I unfortunately have not gotten as much of an opportunity to do that as I would have liked, but that has not stopped me and my parents from watching 3 of my favorite ones, which these are Disney movies, right? The Santa Claus series?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. I love the Santa Claus, and I love the Mrs. Claus, and I love the Escape Claus. That's what they're all named. That's what they're all named.
One,
They
two,
are 1, 2, and 3.
yes. Sorry.
uh,
Those are great.
yeah. Great.
What's
Now
your
I'm off
favorite?
track.
What's your
Which is my
favorite one?
favorite?
Yeah.
The first one. The first one
Okay.
is my favorite. Even though I don't like the antagonists of that one. They were very mean, and the reason I didn't like them was because all of their points were valid.
Okay.
Hmm.
What about you, Brenda? On the Santa Claus, do you
I
have a
like the
favorite?
first one too.
You
Yeah.
know,
I always like the originals.
I usually am like that too, but I like the second one, which is the escape clause.
That's the
Um,
Mrs. Claus.
well,
Mrs. Claus is the second one.
oh, you're right. Yeah, the Mrs. Claus. You're right. The escape clause is with Jack Frost.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I like the second one because I'm a romantic, and he
Yeah.
has to find his wife and get married. It's so
Yeah.
cute.
In
So cute.
24 days, 9
Yeah.
hours and 17 minutes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so absolutely, that one is my favorite.
It's a good one.
It's a really good one.
It
So,
is an extremely good one, and I like it because of the world building it presents. I love world building. That's just my thing because it means stories are there, and world building is kind of a universal thing. So I can take one story's world and make it my own
yeah.
because yeah, so world building, Christmas story, world building. Someday I'm gonna publish that book.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So, the movies of Christmas, Disney movies that are Christmas
Nice.
movies. That's a good one, Sophie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Brenda.
You're the one who's
Well,
been to Christmas Disney.
I'm going to take one of yours, Mike, and talk about the Candlelight Processional.
Go for it.
I love the Candlelight Processional. It totally gets you in the spirit. It's just the most beautiful way of sharing the story of Christmas with people, and that music is beautiful. The voices are beautiful. And I've seen a number of narrators. I've seen the America girl that was Ugly Betty. I've seen LeVar Burton, Neil Patrick Harris, Stephen Curtis Chapman. I mean, I've seen a number of narrators, and it is just every single time it's excellent. It is so excellent. I have always purchased the Candlelight Processional dinner package
Mm-hmm.
because even purchasing the Candlelight Processional dinner package where you actually are guaranteed a seat, there's still hours wait to get into the venue. And some people literally wait all day long in a line just on the chance that after everyone from the dinner packages is seated, they might get a seat. It's just
Whoa.
awesome. It's just the most beautiful Christmas time show.
Nice.
We
I
have to go
saw
see it.
a friend of mine posted video the other day.
Tabitha?
Uh-huh. You
Yeah,
saw
I
it?
saw it too.
And it
Yeah.
was Bart Millard from
Yeah, for Mercy Me.
Mercy
He was
Me.
awesome.
And oh my gosh, he was awesome. And the choral group and the orchestra was
Hmm.
absolutely incredible. They were after he spoke, Sophie, then
Yeah?
they sang the Hallelujah chorus, and it was
So beautiful.
so beautiful.
So
Oh,
beautiful.
wow.
Yeah. So absolutely, I that is one thing that is on my list that we have never done, and one day we'll do it, and we just haven't
Yeah,
been able to do it yet. So
it's coming.
absolutely. Now, um, I have some pictures I want to share
All right.
that relate to my next one, which is mine, and I'm going to talk about the excuse me one second. I'm going to talk about the gingerbread house, which,
Nice.
we
Woo.
all know the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian, and it is definitely worth seeing if you haven't seen it. And if you haven't seen it and you want to get just a quick little tease, then here you go. So let me see if I can find it first. There. That's the best picture I have of it.
Where?
And I'm sharing it. Hang on.
There you
Do
go.
you see it?
Yep,
See
I
it?
see it.
I wasn't one of the smart people on the second floor there that were taking pictures from above. I was in line to buy goodies, and that's when I was like, "Hey, let me get a picture."
Oh, well, there you go. I
But
have a picture from above from my recent trip, and if if I could find it quickly, I could share it with you. But I don't do anything quickly on technology.
yeah,
Oh.
it's okay. But anyway, the gingerbread house and the yummy, delectable goodies that you can get in the gingerbread house
Yeah.
make it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness, it is so good.
Just
It is
Yay.
thinking
so
about it now, I want another gingerbread cookie
yeah,
from that house.
yeah.
So
And
good.
and you can also um other gingerbread things that you can see include the gingerbread carousel, which is over where at the beach club, Brenda?
Yes.
At the beach club.
Yup.
And over at Animal Kingdom Lodge is the one we talked about last week with the gingerbread giraffe, which was so
Ooh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
That one was amazing. It looked like a real giraffe,
Yeah.
or it looked like it was made of something other than gingerbread with how realistic it looked.
Yeah. So those sorts of things, those are things that you can do even if you're not going to the parks on a day. You can take some time and go explore the different resorts, and check out some of the good things that you can find there. So
Great thing to do.
so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what
on the day you don't have a park ticket. I mean, there's,
right.
so much to do at Disney, whether you're in the parks or not.
Yeah. And I mean, expanding on that, you can go check out the different Christmas trees at the
Yeah.
That's
different
right.
resorts. Wilderness Lodge is one I specifically mentioned because it's incredible. And of
Oh,
It
course, the
yeah.
is.
Grand
And it's
Floridian
one of the
Christmas
first ones
tree
to
is
go up.
incredible. Yeah,
And
but
make sure before you go and do that that everyone's trees are up, because some of them they're lag behind. Some of them are
yeah,
pretty late.
they have a
Yeah.
schedule. They do them. So
Oh, goodness. Just thinking about it now, this is gonna be a little bit mean, but Jagan, my best friend, she is afraid of Elf on the Shelf. She thinks they're creepy. And as a result, Pop Century's tree is my favorite because it is scattered with little Elf on the Shelf ornaments all over it.
You are a wicked, wicked little girl.
What are you talking about? I am the purest angel.
yeah,
You
yeah.
sing like the purest angel, that's for sure.
Anyway, well,
That's a great idea, though, Mike. I love resort hopping during the holidays.
yeah,
Absolutely. I love
okay,
resort hopping anytime.
yeah, but especially when there's a reason, like
Yeah.
a holiday and the decorations and so forth. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, who's
Sophie's
going
up.
next?
I guess it's my turn. The only issue is that you took all of the things I wanted to talk about. Since
Well,
I
pick
don't know
one.
much about the in-park activities besides the decorations, and well, those aren't on the list, so
Well, add them to the list. Talk about them.
well, all right. So we've never been for Christmas, in case that's obvious. It's something that really ought to be fixed, but probably won't be anytime soon, and that's all right. I'm not pushing it. Not at all.
Can I correct just a moment?
Hmm.
We haven't been in December, but we have been at Thanksgiving.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Okay. That
Yeah.
is also like being at Christmas to
Yeah.
me. To me.
Fair
So,
enough. I won't
okay.
tell Jake and Aunt Sheila you said that.
They'll hear it anyway. So go on.
Yeah, but we have been at Thanksgiving. And the beauty of the parks is that they decorate early, just as all big company events and places do. They decorate very early. I should know. My boss was putting up Christmas ornaments the week of Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the beauty of Disney is that they do it on a much larger and much more beautiful scale than my grocery store job. As you can see by Daddy's background and Miss Brenda's background, although Miss Brenda's was probably taken in the December month, wasn't it?
No, I was there in November for the 50th.
Oh, okay then. So they were both taken around Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, they are both very Christmassy, and I absolutely love it. I remember one time we were there, the castle was changing colors. It was in the middle of
Yes.
the transition, and I got it right as it was transitioning. I got an actual video of it changing, and I'm not
Beautiful.
sure if that was for Christmas or not, but it looks so pretty. And I remember the pictures that I used to have of it where it wasn't projection, it was actually all those fishnet lights all over the turrets and the
Mhm.
towers.
Yes.
And it looked like it was frozen over and it was beautiful.
There was
Yeah.
Castle Dream Lights. And it
Oh,
did change color from like blue to green to red to pink to it was
really? I only knew
beautiful.
it as blue.
It changed to different colors.
Oh, wow.
That's what you and Chrissy were talking about, right? Right, Brenda? In Julie's
Yes.
Closet of Magic?
Yeah, and I have a lot of different pictures of it in different colors.
And
Wow.
Really pretty.
Sophie, I think you were talking about maybe this video I have.
Oh, you found it. And it was Christmas. Yay. Play it.
And this one was fun for me because of it was the first reintroduction of fireworks, even though it was very, very small selection. But here you go. And let's play it again. You see it's red to green
Yeah.
in the fireworks.
Oh.
And Sophie shot that video, Brenda.
That's great.
So that was awesome, Sophie. And she sent it to me.
Oh,
And I've
thank
hung
you
on
for
to it all that
finding
time.
it. Thank you for
Yay! That's
finding it.
fantastic.
But
I had
yeah.
no idea if
And
I still had it or not.
and you know that little bit, that's all of 7 seconds for that video.
Yeah.
But to see the projection change and to
Mhm.
get even the briefest glimpse of a firework when we
Yeah.
weren't seeing any of that because of COVID, that was really momentous to me.
Yes, for
And
sure.
it was absolutely incredible to see that. So good job, Sophie, on getting that shot, you know?
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. And
So
speaking of lights, I suppose it's only right that we talk about the Night of a Million Lights.
it is right to talk
Wouldn't you
about that.
think? And that, I remember I was down in Florida when this occurred, but you guys came to see me for the holidays before you took me back up to North Carolina for Christmas.
Mm-hmm. You
And
want me to you want me to share some pictures?
yes,
All
please.
right. Let me set the stage a little bit for Brenda. Brenda over at Give Kids the World Village last year, because they couldn't have guests to come to the village and go to Disney and whatnot, they had all of the empty houses, and they decided as a fundraiser they would decorate the houses and they would sponsor them. So whoever wanted to purchase a sponsor could sponsor a house and decorate it and put their touches on it. And it was a fundraiser for Give Kids the World Village. And I heard about it and I was like, Cindy, let's take Sophie because she was in school.
Mhm.
And so we went and and it absolutely blew my mind. And if anyone listening wants to go check out our YouTube, look up episode number 48, which is the Night of a Million Lights. That was the podcast topic for that week. And there are hundreds of photos in that podcast, but I'm going to share some that I really liked, like
There better
this
not
one.
be. There better not be that one of me on the carousel, please.
No, I don't have one of you on the carousel.
Okay.
But Walt Disney World donated the lights, Brenda.
Yeah, I heard that Osborne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights, which we miss immensely at Hollywood Studios, is now over there at Give Kids the World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this house, I just think is so cool.
That's beautiful.
It's beautiful with the decorations. And if you see this sign right down there, I don't know if you can see my cursor moving.
I can see it.
That sign says Happy Holidays from Cinderella and Prince Charming.
Awesome.
I just think that's so cool.
That is so cool.
And all of these houses in this village, they're all themed.
Yeah.
And they're very, very pretty too. It's like stepping into a fantasy village.
Yeah. And then this picture I have, I think is the last one I have from pulled up for this one. This one is sponsored by Lego, Brenda. And there's someone you might recognize.
Cute.
Focus more on the Lego work because that's awesome instead of that silly girl in the striped dress out in December weather with no long sleeves or tights on.
Yeah, but
even though it's Florida.
It was
Florida, and it was absolutely, totally not too cold.
No, not at all.
And
just like here.
The low 50s.
Yeah, and part of walking around, you also get to go to the main village area, and they were serving ice cream and hot cocoa.
Nice. Very nice.
So anyway, check out that post if you're interested, anyone, and look at the photos because I have a video at the end of all the different pictures, and it is incredible the level of perfection they went to and how well they did with it. And we weren't able to see it this year because they did it again this year, but hopefully if they do it next year, we'll be able to see it. So
yeah.
Yay. Great.
So anyway, it was totally worth it and worth it to go. So that was Night of a Million Lights.
And we have not talked hardly at all about the other things in the park besides the Candlelight Processional and the decoration. But of course that's because Daddy and I don't have much experience with it, unlike Miss Brenda. So I'm guessing it's your turn now?
Well, I'm going to talk about the Christmas party because we've done, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party many times. And this year we did the Very Merriest After Hours Party, which is like a reduced version, but more expensive. I'm wondering if next year's going to be the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party again or what they're going to do. But, we really enjoy the low crowd visits. It's like any villain after hours, any after hours, anything where there's reduced crowds, walk on the lines, all those kinds of things. We're all in for that.
Yeah.
So we really, really enjoy the Christmas parties. We especially enjoy getting the hot cocoa and the treats and the cookies. And we like how it snows on Main Street USA and the parade is special and wonderful. And we just really, really enjoy doing those kind of after hours things. We're like late hour people.
Yeah, I love being late at night. I love being places late at night.
I love being especially at the Magic Kingdom. Or Epcot. Those two, walking around World Showcase late at night is is absolutely phenomenal. You know?
Yep.
So yeah, I
Really
totally get what you're
nice.
saying there.
Yeah.
So since it's December 20th and we're talking Christmas and we're going to talk about next Christmas now, and I want a prediction.
Oh,
Hmm.
And let's see who's right and who's wrong, or maybe we're all right and maybe we're all wrong. I don't know. But what's your prediction, Brenda? After hours party or not, or very Merry Christmas party?
I'm going to optimistically hope that things will be more to normal by then, and there will be the full Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Okay. Sophie,
I hope.
Yeah.
what's your prediction?
I honestly don't know. I can't really predict much about the future.
Just pick one. Flip a coin.
Um,
Have Grogu pick it.
I don't really know because I was so busy thinking about other things that I forgot the question.
Okay. Very Merry Christmas party
Yeah.
or after hours party?
Oh, Christmas party.
That's the one. Is that what this is going to be back next year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to join that, and it'll be all three of us
Yay.
saying it'll be the Very Merry Christmas party.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I'm going to throw a little nugget out there and say it'll be the Very Merry Christmas party at after hours pricing.
You're probably right about that.
No, stop it.
But
Sorry,
anyway,
you're probably right about it.
I think Very Merry Christmas party is back next year. So
Still cheaper than the $700 New Year's Eve event.
yeah. All right. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some stuff you can find at Animal Kingdom.
Oh, nice.
You know, it doesn't have as much, but they have some things that you don't think about, you know? Um, and one of the biggest things is one of the neat things about the cavalcades that we liked was when you see them at Animal Kingdom, they're not on the pavement, they are in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And at Christmas, they call them flotillas. And I think they call them flotillas during the regular year as well. But at Christmas, you've got Santa Claus has a flotilla, Donald's Dino Bash has a flotilla, Chip and Dale have a flotilla, and the Discovery Island Drummers have a flotilla, and they all have different holiday themed songs and entertainment that go along with it. So I think that's kind of cool, and those are worth checking out if you're over at Animal Kingdom anyway, and you hear the music, because that's the draw. Is you're there, you're walking along to get to Expedition Everest.
Yep.
And you're stopped and you hear the music and it's the drum going boom 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 boom, and you look and there they are.
There they
right
are.
in the water, and it's like, whoa. And they just pop up.
Step
like,
back.
And they wave at you.
Pop up and they wave at you.
Yep.
And it's just cool. So be on the lookout for them and listen for them. Because
the joke is that that's what Jagan's job is going to be, because she can be a drummer on the flotillas.
There you go. On the flotillas, yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
That would be a cool job. I think.
I think it would too.
All right. So, something to think about, something to look at over at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Sophie's up again.
I sense that there is a choice that I am being urged to make based on the fact that it's, again, one of the few things that I know of on this section of the list. And it's only confirmed more by the fact that Daddy's cursor is highlighting it.
Well, what park are you at, Sophie?
I'm not choosing it if that's what you're thinking. I am going all the way back down to outside of Disney and home, and I'm talking about Disney Christmas decorations at home.
Okay.
And let me just say, I love Disney. I love it a lot, and that's why I'm disappointed in all of us that we don't have more Disney out in our yard right now. We have Santa, Rudolph, Clarice, his doe girlfriend. We have Olaf, which is it. And we have Gingy, or what's his name again? Yeah, Gingy. His name is Gingy. Ooh. And that's it.
Sounds festive.
We don't actually have anything else in our yard besides that 12-foot inflatable Christmas tree that we bought off Amazon, and it looks really great. We ought to show him a picture sometime.
Well, I'm going to show a picture. Since you asked, I deliver.
Oh, Mr. Claus himself. My dad's Santa Claus, you guys. It's my dream come true.
And I am going to share a picture. Pay no attention to the leaves that the city hasn't vacuumed up yet. But Sophie insisted that we buy Olaf because she said, if I can't have Olaf, I don't know what I'll do.
Daddy, why on earth are you lying?
Because it's funny. No.
I'm gonna call you out every single time.
No, I don't remember why we got Olaf, but I am telling you right now, our neighbors love Olaf.
Absolutely.
How can you not?
We have a toddler across the street, and every day last year, his mom told my parents that he would wake up and wave to the snowman across the street.
Oh, that is so sweet.
So when we put Olaf and the other inflatables back up again this year, we invited them over to come help blow them up.
Yes.
And I got the great idea. It was a great idea. And his parents loved it.
Absolutely awesome idea.
I got the idea that I would have a tiny little snowman friend waiting for the little boy. His name is Winston. He's adorable. And he was like, what on earth is that thing in your hands when I gave it to him? But his mom was like, oh, you got him another snowman?
Oh, that's sweet.
It was so cute. And his baby brother loved it more than he did. But
that's so cute.
I'm sure he'll like it.
Oh, I'm sure too. So anyway, yeah, decorations at home. I don't have any pictures of our decorations of the Disney decorations we have on our tree inside the house, but we have a lot of those as well. And you know, all those sorts of things are ways to bring your Disney back home with you, you know?
That's right.
Absolutely.
So
when my kids were growing up, every single trip we got an ornament for each of them that year. So that's where all of our ornaments came from. There's a house around the corner behind me that has Snow White and all the 7 dwarfs across the yard.
Oh my.
Don't have a picture of it though, but it's really cute. Every time I pass that way, it makes me smile.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I am going to share just a few more pictures, and then I think my sharing for the night is done as far as pictures goes. Let me pull it up. I want to talk about some things that you just see as you're walking through, you know? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures I want to share, and I'm just going to go down the list. But one of them is over in the American Adventure Pavilion, and you can see how the Voices of Liberty. This is a pre-COVID shot, obviously, because look
Yeah.
at all the people with no masks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But being able to hear them and hear them singing Christmas carols before you go to see the American Adventure it show, that was just so cool to me,
Yeah.
and and that was just something that you could see just as you were coming through. And then another thing that we saw, up with the train not being running right now, one of the neat things is being able to see the
Real.
characters up on Main Street on the platform,
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
And there's mommy's favorite Daisy with her friend Donald, and and I have other ones, but that's the one I highlighted on because
That's cute.
they're just there greeting everybody,
Yeah.
and waving from a
yeah.
distance. So
Spreading their holiday cheer.
yeah, and of course you can't go to Disney
And not see
without
the castle.
seeing the castle,
Beautiful.
and that's just the way that it just, to me, the projection, and I know people love having the lights draped and the nettings and everything like that.
Yeah.
But to me, the vibrancy of how they do the castle and how it looks like it is a wrapped present that someone is going to unwrap down the road.
Yeah.
To me, that is hands down, to me, is better. Now I know I'm fighting words with a lot of people, but for me, it is absolutely phenomenal.
The projection is beautiful. I'm team Castle Dreamlights.
I know you
Yeah.
are. So
Yeah, unfortunately, I am also Team Castle Dreamlights, but it's a very close tie.
Brenda,
Yeah.
send me a picture of some of those lights,
Yes, because I
and
have like every color.
I'm gonna post it in the Facebook group as a poll.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, who's on board with what? And I'll show pictures of both.
All right.
And we'll see which wins. And I am certain that I will not win, but I still think it's absolutely cool.
You may win because people are into all the projection stuff.
Yeah. And then the last picture I have is another castle shot. This is the one that's my background. And what's really cool is I have a video or a couple pictures as I was scrolling through to export them, and you can see how the turrets on the castle were spinning with as if it was turning in real life,
That's neat.
Really?
It was really, really cool.
That's neat.
So anyway, that is, I think, enough show and tell for tonight for me. But
Nice.
we didn't talk about everything. We still didn't talk about Festival of the Holidays. We didn't talk about Minnie's Holiday Dine and how Minnie is there, and she has seasonal menus and seasonal attire based on what time of the year it is.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the Santa Claus motorcade over in Hollywood Studios. And we didn't talk about Sophie's favorite, the Frozen sing-along.
Yep. How they change it for the holidays.
And how they change it for the holidays.
Didn't talk about Sunset Seasons Greetings, which is on the facade of the Tower of Terror Hotel. Which is awesome.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was.
And then the last thing we didn't talk about is how Sophie is learning something new, and how Sophie decorated those cupcakes.
We always need to talk about cupcakes.
We always need to talk about cupcakes. So
I mean, hey, my cupcake teacher, as I'm going to be calling her, since I don't know if she wants me to say her name here, but she's instructed me to learn how to do red velvet cupcakes.
Nice.
Just saying.
Nice.
And maybe do some and buy some for home, Sophie. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Anyway, I think those
Yay.
turned out really well, Sophie. So good job.
Great job.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, there is a ton. The end result is there is a ton of things to do at Disney during the holidays. And I mean, we didn't even talk about Disney Springs,
Nope.
You're right.
But what what is on your list for everyone listening? What is on your list as your top dog number one thing that you absolutely have to experience at Christmas at Disney? Let us know in the comments on the Facebook group, all the different places that we normally hang out. Just let us know, and we'd love, and I'll report back any comments I get. So,
Yay. And thank you in advance.
yeah, thank you in
Mhm.
advance. And
Thank
I
you.
think we have covered this one pretty darn well, don't you
Yay.
think?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we have
Makes
too.
me wish I was there.
Now, tell me about it. All right. So we're going to end our feature topic, and it is time for this day in Disney history for December 20th.
All
Sophie,
right.
take it away.
Well, I will say this. I could not find much for December 20th. I have to say that. But with that being said, I think this is my most recent Disney history. Yes, yet. And this actually happened last year.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yep. 2020, December 20. The electrical water pageant returned to Walt Disney World. The 14 whimsical floating barges display a number of enchanting images like dolphins, seahorses, and turtles as it makes its way across the Seven Seas Lagoon and Bay Lake to classic Disney tunes. The display had been unavailable for guests to experience since the reopening of Walt Disney World back in July. The
Mm-hmm.
nighttime parade can be viewed from Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, Disney's Wilderness Lodge, Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, and Disney's Contemporary Resort.
Yeah.
And when I was just at the Wilderness Lodge in November, I recorded it because they've added a 50th anniversary portion.
Oh,
Really? I didn't
do
know
you
that
have the whole
part.
show?
I do.
Oh, send it to me, Brenda, and
I will do it.
I'll upload it into YouTube for you.
I'll do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. That's
You're welcome.
awesome. Yeah, can't wait to see it.
Yay.
All right. Well, that is good history nonetheless, Sophie, because
Yay.
it hadn't been going since they
Yeah.
reopened. So that's actually pretty important history.
Yeah.
So good job, Sophie. And it is time for me to stump the Soph.
Oh, good luck. I love this part of the show. My gosh, I love it.
Sophie,
Yeah.
you're not saying much?
I'm wanting to listen.
Oh, okay.
I'm tired. I've been working all day.
So have we. All right. Well, let's see if you can figure out who this is.
All right.
I'm going to give you a hint first thing. This is not just one character.
Oh my goodness.
Okay? These characters are a jazz band.
A jazz band.
The lead character plays the trumpet and sings. And they are in Paris.
A jazz band? Lead character plays trumpet and sings, and they are in Paris.
Think about movies in Paris.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
But that doesn't sound like it would be it, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. What other movies are in Paris?
The Alley Cats.
There you go. Boom. That's why she's my girl,
Everybody
Brenda.
wants to be a
Telling
cat.
you, it is
That's
crazy.
right.
Because the cat's the only cat who knows where it's at.
Exact.
Who wants to dig a long-haired gig and stuff like that. When everybody digs a swinging cat.
Meow.
Yay!
Good job, Sophie.
Very good, Sophie.
Thank you.
Yay!
So here's the group. The Alley Cats are a jazz band that live in a pet house in Paris with O'Malley. Shun Gan plays the piano, as well as a set of drums made out of pots.
Mhm.
Peppo plays the concertina. Billy Bass plays the bass, or maybe it's Billy Bass plays the bass. And Hit Cat plays the acoustic guitar. Their band is rounded out by Scat Cat, who plays the trumpet and sings. The Alley Cats ultimately end up being adopted by Madame Bonfamille when she opens up her home to all the Alley Cats of Paris.
That
Good job,
is very, very good, Sophie.
Thank you.
Yay!
I thought that wasn't a gimme.
Very good.
Not a
Yeah.
gimme.
Nope, that was very good.
And I love the singing, Sophie.
Yeah.
Always love it when you sing.
Yep.
Great. Now you're going to have that song stuck in my head.
Oh, I love that
Uh-oh.
song. That song is top. That is one of my favorite Disney songs, period.
All right.
Yay!
All right, Brenda, it is time for a little bit of Walt.
Yes, and I kept trying to remember if I've done this one before, and I don't think so, but I don't know for sure. But I'm gonna go with it. So we're gonna go with it.
If you did it before and you say it again, that just means it was worth repeating.
Oh, good. Good thing.
Yeah.
Well, if I were a fatalist or a mystic, which I decidedly am not, it might be appropriate to say I believe in my lucky star. But I reject luck. I feel every person creates his own determinism by discovering his best aptitudes and following them undeviatingly.
Nice.
Walt
Wow.
Disney.
Walt Disney.
Yep. He
Good
didn't
job.
leave anything to luck.
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm. Absolutely not.
Nope.
Absolutely
Make
not.
it happen. Make it
Yep.
happen.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Next week, we are going to talk about 22 things to do and experience at Disney in 2022. Get it? 22
Yeah.
things, 2022.
Got it.
So
I love it.
that will probably not be 22 things from each of us,
No.
but
no.
it
That'd be
might
66
total.
things. Well,
Yeah.
actually 88 if Grogu chimes in.
Grogu does chime in.
Yeah.
He's already got his thinking cap on.
We
But
better
he's
stick to 22.
22, like from Soul.
There you go. So anyway, that's our topic next week. We hope you all have a great week, a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and we will see you on the road. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Good stuff. Thank you, guys.